forget to subscribe to Switch to Sports. Please like, share and comment, and do not forget to bell that button.
Please guys, subscribe to Switch to Sports. She's doing a great job. They are doing a wonderful job. They're bringing in different guests every week. And please subscribe to Switch to Sports. And also, don't forget to switch to me, man. Cheeky Chica. Competitive match that he played was in 2019 World Cup.
So speaking about
Raina is the kingpin. Mumbai are looking bloody strong.
Hi, salam, namaste, vanakkam. This is me, Samina, and welcome to Vivek's Presents Switch to CSK. I'm sure the title of this show is a dead giveaway. Nevertheless, I want to tell you what this show is all about. Switch to Sports oda in the pudu show, it's all about Chennai Super Kings, CSK fans, and of course our yellow. So in the entire season la vandu over CSK game ku munnadiyum naanga vandu இந்த ஷோவை நாங்க ஏர் பண்ணுவோம். அண்ட் இந்த ஷோல என்னெல்லாம் பார்க்க போறோம்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா அஃப்கோர்ஸ் எங்களோட வந்து ஸ்விட்ச் டு சிஎஸ்கே ட்ரிவியா குவிஸ் நடத்துவோம். அதுல நீங்க பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணலாம். பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணி கரெக்டா பதில் எல்லாம் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க வந்து சூப்பரான சிஎஸ்கே மர்ச்சன்டைஸ் வின் பண்ணலாம். அதை தாண்டி அஃப்கோர்ஸ் எங்களோட டைட்டில் ஸ்பான்சர் விவேக்ஸ் இந்தியா வந்து சூப்பரான கூலான கேஜெட்ஸும் கிஃப்டா தர போறாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு ஹோல் லாட் டு லுக் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு. அண்ட் அபார்ட் ஃப்ரம் தட் நம்ம நிகழ்ச்சியில ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் கெஸ்ட் வர போறாங்க. அந்த ஸ்பெஷல் கெஸ்ட் is going to be talking about all things CSK, and show இறுதியில we're going to go ahead and announce the winner of our trivia quiz competition. So let's get started. Without further ado, let me introduce and welcome our guest. Avara patti solrona, he's an Indian cricketer. He's also a former Chennai Super King himself. 3 வருஷம் 3 seasons நம்ம Chennai Super Kings காக சூப்பரா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிருக்காரு. He's been a part of the CSK squad. He's also the TNPL Karaikudi College captain, and currently he's hosting his own online show called Cheeky Chica. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the one and only Anirudha Srikkanth. Welcome to the show.
Hi Samina, what's up? Thanks a lot first of all for having me on the show. Introduction la balama da irukku. அதிலே ஒரு தப்பு பண்ண 6 வருஷம் ஆடின பரவாயில்ல.
6 வருஷம் ஐயோ நான் வந்து சாரி இதுவரை சொதப்பிட்டேனா சாரி ஏதோ ஒரு இதுல வந்து தப்பா சொல்லிட்டேன். பட் எனிவே ஒன்ஸ் சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங் ஃபார் எவர் சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங். சோ அந்த கணக்கெல்லாம் சொல்ல. ஓகே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் thank you for doing this. In fact, Kate already you accepted to it and you've been very like flexible and all of that. Thank you. Now in the madri and the stadium
we fellow bloggers have to have our backs.
Support each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. Also, the fact that every time there's a IPL game going on, I'm in the stadium. All I have to do is 6 அடிச்சா நான் cheer பண்ணுவேன் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். For the first time I'm doing something like this, so it's great to have a friendly familiar face. So thank you for doing this. Before we talk about CSK,
before we get into anything, first உன்கிட்ட கேள்வி கேட்கணும். எவ்வளவு knowledge இருக்கு உன்கிட்ட கிரிக்கெட்ட பத்தி?
ஐயோ இதெல்லாம் கேட்க கூடாது. நான் தான் கேள்வி கேட்பேன். Okay, இந்த ஷோல நான் தான் கேள்வி கேட்பேன். நான் தான் ஆங்கர். Okay, you are the guest. You are only going to answer my questions. Okay, you're going to give us your expert opinion and all. But before we get into Chennai Super Kings, we absolutely love Cheeky Chica show. Adhaga in the Switch to Sports founder Mani is already a big fan. He's following that show religiously and he's like, wow, this is amazing content and all of that. So I know you're the cheeky part of the show for sure. But who came up with this idea?
The idea was actually come up with my brother actually started this idea. So he got the idea in my dad. My brother's been wanting to do something with the social media space for a while, and he was seeing what is the best way we could possibly do it. And obviously, us being a very cricketing family, we came up with the idea that it should be me and my dad just sit around and just gently have a normal conversation about cricket, not too serious. If you see on the shows, we don't talk too much about stats. We don't talk about too much of the technicalities of cricket because there are enough shows out there that actually do that. There are enough people out there who actually get into the stats of it, to get into the technical side of the game. We want to keep it nice and light. We want to engage with fans. Like end of the day, even though he is a pretty established cricketer on his own, he was a pretty established cricketer on his own. I played a little bit of cricket myself. We know that இதுவும் சீரியஸா இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்காது, இது கொஞ்சம் ஜாலியா இருக்கணும் ஒரு கிரிக்கெட்டிங் சைட் ஆஃப் வியூல. அந்த விஷன்ல தான் we started the show, and now we are obviously trying to adapt and trying to go forward with every show that we do.
I personally really like it because எனக்கு வந்து புரியுற மாதிரி இருக்கு அந்த ஷோ. யூசுவலா ஒரு கிரிக்கெட் ஷோ பார்த்தா எனக்கு எதுவுமே புரியாது, என்னவா பேசுறீங்கன்னு இருக்கும். But this is entertaining and very informative, and for me, I can comprehend it really well. So
yeah, that was the main idea. Thank you. Yeah.
Super. Now going to Chennai Super Kings. Okay, you've been a part of the squad itself, and உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் CSK ஓட biggest strength is the 12th man, the yellow army, right? Usually stadium la even or away from home game ah irukattum, stadium la vandu the yellow army is always present and always there to support the team. And in the version there's going to be no one, none of the fans in the stadium. How is that going to affect the whole, mental state, the morale of the team?
See, இந்த ஒரு கிரிக்கெட்டிங் ஆங்கிள் இந்த ஒரு பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூல இருந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா டெஃபினெட்லி இன்சைட் வந்து நீங்க ஆடின இருக்கும்போது அந்த ஃபேனோட பூஸ்ட், அந்த அட்ரினலின் ரஷ் தட் கோஸ் த்ரூ யூ, இட்ஸ் pretty unexplainable. Every cricketer, it adds a little 5 or 10% to your game, definitely. But at the same time, you have to understand that these guys are all thoroughbred professionals. They've been involved in the game for years together. It is not like நேத்திக்கு வந்தா இன்னைக்கு வந்து யூஸ் ஆனோம் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இல்ல. They will be absolutely fine once that competitive juice starts flowing inside you as a sportsman or as a cricketer or any sports for that matter. It'll take over on its own. You start imagining what victory will taste like and you start going towards success. அது எல்லாமே it takes over definitely. ஆனா நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு extra 10% will be missing because அந்த fans இல்லாததுனால, அந்த crowd support இல்லாததுனால. And end of the day வந்து ஒரு பின்னாடி இப்போ ஒரு வின் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது அந்த CSK anthem நடக்கும்போது அது பின்னாடி if it plays and all up, especially when you're winning, it'll start pumping your energies up and you're also excited that everybody outside is excited. But at the same time, end of the day they are professionals and this is the situation we are in and we have to, என்ன பர்சனலா கேட்டீங்கன்னா இது வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா போனஸ் இட்செல்ஃப். ஒரு ஐபிஎல் நடக்கிறதுனே ஒரு போனஸ். ஏன்னா இந்த மாதிரி டஃப் சிச்சுவேஷன்ல வந்து we have something that is happening, அதுவே ஒரு பெரிய போனஸ். and I'm just happy to just see them on the screen itself. So appa, finally some cricket is back, some Indian cricket is back and we are back to watching our heroes play again.
It's very true. Of course, இந்த கொரோனானால போய் நேர்ல பார்க்க முடியாம இருந்தாலும் நம்ம டிவில பார்த்து of course we will cheer for our favorite IPL team, Chennai Super Kings. That being said, it's time to level up. ஏன்னா முதல் கேமே வந்து the ultimate பங்கா, தகராறான ஒரு மோதல்னு சொல்லலாம். It's the ultimate rivalry of IPL history, Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings. இதுல என்ன ஒரு இதுனா 2015 வரைக்கும் CSK and Mumbai Indians ஒரு சரிசமமான ஒரு மோதலா இருந்தது with one equal number of games. But அதுக்கப்புறம் Mumbai Indians have been absolutely dominating the game. In fact, போன சீசன்ல 100 மார்க்ஸ் எடுத்த மாதிரி 4 out of 4 games நம்மளுக்கு எதிராக அவங்க ஜெயிச்சாங்க. So அதுக்கு வந்து பதில் அடி தந்தே ஆகணும். But this also goes back to the argument, right? One side we have experienced players, on the other side we have youngsters. Is that what we are lacking in?
If you look at it just from a pure cricketing angle of it, definitely what you're saying is absolutely right. What Mumbai Indians have is a perfect combination of experience with the correct youngsters who are also experienced, and it's not like somebody is just coming in and playing their first IPL or something like that. They are what you call, they are thoroughbred to win. They have everything in place to win. And they've done that. CSK also has everything in place to win. You cannot see, we were all skeptical 2 years back. எல்லாமே இப்போ வந்து அந்த டீம் எடுக்கும்போது ஐயோ ரொம்ப எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஆயிடும், கொஞ்சம் ஏஜ் will it be a factor? அந்த டைம்ல எல்லாரும் ஸ்கெப்டிக்கலா இருந்தோம். பட் end of the day, see, experience and talent came across and we won it. We almost won it last year. We missed it by a ball.
But I just want, நான் வந்து அபுதாபி எல்லாம் போனதே கிடையாது. So அங்க வந்து pitch conditions எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கும்? Do you think it's going to be to the advantage of the Chennai Super Kings?
So in 2014 when the IPL was actually shifted to Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Sharjah, you remember the first half of the IPL in 2014 was played there. There were a lot of high scoring games. எல்லாமே ஒரு 180, 170, 190 அந்த மாதிரி கேம்ஸ் தான் இருந்தது. It wasn't low scoring and all the conditions are same for all the teams. There is no one particular team having an advantage over the other team because there is no home and away in this. It is all neutral venues and every team has the same wickets to play in. I personally feel the first half of the tournament will be very good for batsmen, and the second half of the tournament the wickets might slow down because they are using only 3 venues at the end of it. And when you use the wickets over and over again, it will take a toll on the wicket and you will slowly start seeing the wicket being a little slower. The slower bowlers will come into play, your slower all-rounders will come into play, strategies will come into play, fitness is a huge factor. ஏன்னா நிறைய பேர் வந்து they haven't played a lot of cricket in a long time. There is bound for some people to get injured. So all those factors actually come into play. Not only the wickets as such, but all these factors also come into play.
Also, in terms of bowling, I think this whole matchup, MI versus CSK, is basically going to be pace attack versus spin attack, right? That's how this is going to play out.
When you look on paper, yes, definitely. But uh, Mumbai Indians, you can't get away from their team, can you? They have Jasprit Bumrah, they have a Trent Bolt, they have a Mitchell McClanagan, they have a Rahul Chahar who's done really well as a spinner for them. The Pandya brothers, who are probably right now the premium all-rounders in the country. And they have the most important and key player in Rohit Sharma. Man, that guy is unbelievable. And if he gets going, game is pretty much done there itself. So Mumbai Indians are the complete side, if you personally ask me. They are the team to beat this IPL again. And CSK obviously, but the advantage of CSK is their X-factor players are a lot. Or Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or Shane Watson, or Bravo. Obviously, I don't think Bravo might be playing the first couple of games because of his injury situation. Raidu, all these guys, it will be a tough matchup, but right now I'm giving Mumbai Indians a little bit of the edge.
Let's also talk about how this year we have a few new bowlers in the team. In fact, our L. Balaji, our bowling coach, has done a great job of actually prepping our bowling bench strength. So take us through all the bowlers and their strengths.
So see, the main addition that they have done is obviously Piyush Chawla. Now, there is a lot of questions going around. Why did they have to pick Piyush Chawla? They already have two leg spinners, Karan Sharma and Imran Tahir in the team. Edhukku oru moonavathu leg spinner? I personally feel Piyush Chawla is a very, very, very good addition now that especially Harbhajan Singh is also not there. He brings way more value to the team than anybody else right now, because when you have someone like Piyush Chawla, now you have the flexibility of probably playing a foreign fast bowler, which I feel CSK has been missing for the last couple of years. A lot of the load has gone to Deepak Chahar and Shardul Thakur and Dwayne Bravo bowling the death. இப்போ ஒரு லுங்கிசான் எங்கிடி உள்ள வரலாம், இல்லாட்டி ஒரு ஜாஷ் ஹேசல்வுட், who are very, very proven international cricketers. Might not have the IPL experience, but they are proven international cricketers and they'll definitely come and add value. And I feel that is why the CSK management has gone for that Piyush Chawla, so that now they have an extra option of probably either playing a Mitchell Santner or a Sam Curran or a foreign fast bowler, which gives them that little bit of fluidity, which is what is needed actually. Their bench strength also improves, which is very good.
Also talking about Sam Curran and Josh Hazelwood, of course, I think CSK has always retained the core of the team. And I think they also come as a team with immense experience. I think they're one of the teams with the biggest army of experienced players. How is Sam Curran and Hazelwood going to affect our game plan?
I think Hazelwood is a very good buy. I personally feel Josh Hazelwood is a very good buy. A guy who can give you two very good overs with the new ball. Now you already have a guy who bowls with the new ball really well. That is Deepak Chahar, who gives you 3 overs actually. Usually Dhoni uses him for 3 overs in the new ball because of his ability to swing the ball. And Josh Hazelwood is it's just a one shade lower than Glenn McGrath. I mean, Glenn McGrath is such a legend, and Josh Hazelwood is of a similar mold. I'm not comparing him to McGrath. Please don't get me wrong. I'm saying he's of a similar mold. Line and length bowler, bowls 135, can get the ball to nip back in, can get the ball to go out. He does both. So he's a very good addition if you ask me. But even then, we still lack the death bowler option. One strong, or Jasprit Bumrah Mario, or Malinga Mario, illati.
Malinga illi in the season, ana ore oru nalla good news.
CSK is lacking that one outstanding death bowler, and that is probably where we, lose matches because of those death bowling options that we probably lack a little. I'm not saying that we lack that a lot, because Bravo is a very proven death bowler, but you also have to understand that Bravo has played cricket for so long. You don't know how his body might cope up. He was injured a lot last season itself. He's coming into the tournament with an injury. So adilanda or question whether Hazelwood or an NGD or a Sam Curran can actually fill that slot. Only time will tell and only performance will tell, because IPL and international cricket oda konja difference irukku. அது எப்படின்னு இந்த வருஷம் நம்ம பார்க்கணும்.
Going back to Talak Dhoni, obviously retirement-க்கு அப்புறம் விளையாட போற முதல் கேம், and அவர் வந்து இந்த லாக்டவுன் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி பயங்கரமான ஒரு ஃபிட்னஸ் லெவல்ல இருந்தாரு. Right before the lockdown, he was in great form. I'm just curious as to know, has this lockdown affected his fitness in any way, or can we expect the same?
ஒண்ணே மட்டும் நீங்க நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணோம். See, the last competitive match that he played was in 2019 World Cup. It has been about 1.5 years since then, almost. That is a long time to be away from the game. So I as a fan am hoping that Dhoni's best will come out. Obviously he'll want to showcase to the world that I'm still MSD and I'm still the best going around there. But having said that, from a cricketing point of view, 1.5 years is still a long time. There will be a little bit of rust. Hopefully they've played enough practice games and they have enough fitness பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் தோனி வந்து தொட்டுக்கவே முடியாது. அது வந்து period. He'll still be the fastest cricketer out there. He'll still be one of the fittest cricketers out there. I'm not even going into that. He's probably one of the fittest cricketers going around itself. So அதுல வந்து பிரச்சனையே இருக்காது. It is just about motivation and mentality. ஒரு 1.5 வருஷம் பேட் நீங்க எவ்வளவுதான் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணாலும் 1.5 வருஷம் is a long time not to play cricket at the highest level. So hopefully that rust is all gone because they've played enough practice games and best time to start, actually the best game to start is Mumbai Indians. Now it all depends on the start. இப்போ நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட்லயே இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ரிட்டையர்ட் கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ் நீங்க சொன்னீங்களா, ஒரு வாட்சனோ சரி, ஒரு தோனியோ சரி, ஒரு ராய்டுவோ சரி, இவங்கலாம் இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபியூ கேம்ஸ்லயே they get a good performance under their beltல, it will do them a world of good, and with that momentum they'll just go through the tournament.
We have Tala Dhoni always, and in fact Mani from Switch2csk, he was saying that நிச்சயமா இந்த வாட்டி வந்து அபுதாபில நடக்குதா, அங்க வந்து ஸ்பின்னர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ஒரு பெர்ஃபெக்ட்டான பிட்ச் அது, அதனால தல தோனியோட அந்த டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஃப்ரம் ஹெல்மெட் டு கேப் நிறைய பார்க்கலாம், பல ஸ்டம்பிங்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம், லாஸ்ட் மினிட் வந்து எதிர்பார்க்காத பல ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக் சேஞ்சஸ் எல்லாம் பார்க்கலாம்னு வந்து பயங்கர எக்ஸைட்டடா இருக்காரு. Keeping our fingers crossed. I also came to hear that Dhoni's been hitting quite a few sixes during the practice session and stuff like that. Also we have this small little thing that we do on our show which is called BBF. நீங்க வந்து BFF கேட்டிருப்பீங்க, பெஸ்ட் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் எவர். இது வந்து BBF, அதாவது பேட்டிங், bowling, ஃபீல்டிங், இது மூணுலயும் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு டீம்லயும் ஒரு தாறுமாறான ஒரு பிளேயரை நீங்க சூஸ் பண்ணணும்னா யார்? One in CSK and one in MI. Your pick.
For Mumbai Indians, it's a no-brainer. Hardik Pandya is going to be the guy because batting, bowling, fielding, all three departments he covers it. And CSK, there's a no-brainer. Okay, now I'm going with Ravindra Jadeja. A lot of people say Bravo, but I will go with Jadeja because what Jadeja adds is that he's a left-arm spinner, left-hander, and I think he'll be a little more crucial this year because of Raina not playing. He has an opportunity to probably play up the order this year. Being a left-hander also, it will help him. I'm going with Jadeja and Hardik Pandya.
Jadeja from Chennai Super Kings and Hardik Pandya from Mumbai Indians. All right. So speaking about Raina's absence, I mean, he's called Mr. IPL. He's been there since the inception of Chennai Super Kings. He's missed only one game through all the seasons so far, and he's also the person who's hit the second highest number of runs in the history of IPL. So missing him in a crucial season like this, how far is it going to affect Chennai Super Kings?
See, நம்ம எல்லாம் என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னா இல்ல, நம்ம எல்லாரும் ஒரு சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங்ஸ் ஃபேன்ஸ், சரிங்களா? சோ நம்ம என்னதான் நம்ம வந்து அந்த கிரிக்கெட்டிங் இது வெளில இருந்தாலும் நம்மளோட ஃபேன் சைடு உள்ள வந்துரும். பரவாயில்லடா, தோனி இருக்கான், அவர் பார்த்து பாருடா, ராய்டு இந்த வருஷம் கலக்கிட்டு வர்றா, இல்ல விஜய் கலக்கிட்டு வர்ற. But we cannot escape the fact Raina is a very big blow for CSK. Now, a lot of people might say he didn't have a very great year last year. We still went on to the finals and all. That is not the only thing Raina brings in. Not only his runs, his energy on the field, his inputs to MS Dhoni, his character inside the dressing room. So he's a very big character. He's a very big player, and you can't go away from the fact that he is probably the single guy who's won the most number of matches for CSK. You can, how much ever we can wax lyricals about Dhoni, Bravo and all these guys, but Raina is the kingpin. He has pulled out games like the final in 2010. I'll never forget that knock against Mumbai Indians. What a knock that was! That qualifier against RCB in Mumbai in Wankhede. I think it was 2011. The next year, the very next year, the knock against Sunrisers in Hyderabad. There are so many knocks that just come to my mind, and Suresh Raina is the one who does all this. He has won matches for us single-handedly in every conditions, not only in Chennai, going outside, scoring everywhere. It is going to be a very, very big blow. Now see, fingers crossed. I personally believe Raina will come back. I think he will have a change of heart. He'll go back. He would have spent a little time with his family, and see, end of the day, you're a cricketer. When you're a cricketer, you have to play cricket. அந்த ஒரு 2 மேட்ச் அவன் டிவிலே பாத்துட்டானா, என்னடா இது, நம்ம என்னதுக்குடா இந்த டிசிஷன் எடுத்தோம்னு சொல்லிட்டு he might just say, you know what, I have to go back to my team.
I hope what you said just now comes true. We'd love to have him back on the squad and playing for us. And also, 2018, obviously, we break the cup number 1, and we had a great season. And nammaloda opening combination, Shane Watson and Ambati Rayudu, that worked out brilliantly, phenomenally well in 2018. But in 2019, that combination did not work out for us at all. Do you think Ambati Rayudu will be able to make a comeback this season? Is he in better form?
See, here's one thing that I always believe in. You know, no 2 seasons will ever be the same, first of all. And now, especially that you're playing in Dubai, conditions are going to be a little different. And you're also, as a cricketer, you're also evolving every year. On the angle in the Pathingana, without Raina this particular year, I think the ideal opening combination, if you ask me, it would probably be Watson and MVJ. And because you need to, somebody has to come in and replace Raina. And none better than MVJ to do that at top of the order. He's a proven CSK cricketer. He's a big match player. He's won very big matches for us. He scored in finals, whether in the IPL or the Champions League. He scored hundreds in the knockout games. So he is a big player. And if he can click at the top and Rayudu can probably play 3 and Faf plays number 4, then your batting suddenly looks a little more rounded. But it all depends again on the Indian contingent, like Rayudu, MVJ, Kedar Jadhav. These guys have to take a little more extra responsibility, and I'm sure they will. I mean, they're also fantastic cricketers in their own rights. So it is just about somebody putting their hands up and saying, okay, fine, Raina's not there. Let me do this job. This is my year. Let me take it up. And in that sense, I feel Rayudu already did that in 2018. He was the stellar performer of the 2018 IPL, and I'm sure he'll also want to come back and do the same this year. So fingers crossed.
So if you had to pick out your starting 11 lineup, who would be in which position?
I'll start with Watson and Vijay opening. I'll have Rayudu at number 3. I'll have Faf at number 4. I'll have Dhoni at number 5, Kedar Jadhav at number 6, and I'll have Jadeja at number 7. Now, if you do want Jadeja to come up the order, you can always shift Jadeja at 4 and play Faf a little down, because if you want a left-hander at the top, because first 6 pathina ellame right-handers are irukanga. So if you want an extra addition, Jadeja can go in. I will personally start with number 7 as number 8 is Mitchell Santner as my third option, because he's been having a terrific couple of years actually. He goes under the radar a lot, and he also gives you a little bit of batting depth. I'm not too sure about it, but I do think that Bravo is not going to be available for the first 2 games because of his injury. Yeah. I'm still not too sure, but because of that, I'll have Santner at number 8. I'll have Piyush at number 9. I'll have Deepak Chahar at number 10, and I will definitely go for either NGD. I think even Hazelwood is not available, but I will go with NGD at number 11.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Your predictions for this game?
You're putting me on the spot.
And who's going to win the first game?
My heart wants CSK to win, obviously. There is no 2 doubts about it. But leaving my emotions aside, I'll pick Mumbai to win the first game.
Okay, I like to go over there, but I'm going to let that pass. Because I'm a die-hard CSK fan, and I just can't handle anyone saying otherwise.
I played for the team for 6 years. Whatever I am today is because of CSK. Okay, so but I definitely want CSK to win. But having said that, you have to go with. I have to leave my emotions aside, and Mumbai are looking bloody strong. Thank you once again, Samina. First of all, you're a great friend, and obviously, thanks for having me on the show. Please, guys, subscribe to Switch to Sports. She's doing a great job. They are doing a wonderful job. They're bringing in different guests every week. And please subscribe to Switch to Sports. And also, don't forget to switch to me, man. Cheeky chica. All right. Thank you very much.
But also, Ani, you've been very, very nice to me, surprisingly, today. Thank you so much for that.
I'm always nice to you. Please.
கேண்டிடா ஆனஸ்டா கேட்ட கேள்வி எல்லாத்துக்குமே பதில் சொன்னாரு. லைட்டா என்னோட கிரிக்கெட் நாலேஜ் எல்லாம் டெஸ்ட் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணாரு. ஆனா நான் அதுக்கு இடம் கொடுக்கல. வித்அவுட் பீங் செட், இந்த ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் விட்டுருங்க, ஃபிட்னஸ் லெவல்ஸ் விடுங்க, யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் வர்சஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பிளேயர்ஸ், இந்த டிபேட் எல்லாம் விட்டு தள்ளிடலாம். இங்க என்ன சொல்லுது, சிஎஸ்கேன்னு சொல்லுதா? அப்ப சிஎஸ்கே தான் ஜெயிப்பாங்க 100%. ஃபிங்கர்ஸ் கிராஸ். அந்த பாசிட்டிவான நோட்ல நம்மளோட ஸ்விட்ச் டு சிஎஸ்கே ட்ரிவியா குவிஸை யாரு ஜெயிச்சாங்கன்னு இப்ப அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ண போறோம். அதாவது எல்லா ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன்ஸை கரெக்டா ஃபாலோ பண்ணி 5 கேள்விகளுக்கும் கரெக்டா பதில் சொல்லி, அது மட்டும் இல்லாம செம்ம கியூட்டா ஒரு வீடியோ மெசேஜ் வேற சென்னை ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அவங்களோட எல்லாவை வந்து ப்ரொஃபஸ் பண்ணி எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணி. சோ ஆர் வினர் இஸ் ரேவதி நாகராஜன்.
சிஎஸ்கே இந்த டைம் கப்ப கண்டிப்பா நீங்க தான் ஜெயிக்க போறீங்க. சென்னை தான் ஜெயிக்க போறோம். சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங்ஸுக்கு
பெரிய விசில் அடிங்க.
நம்ம தல தோனிக்கு
பெரிய விசில் அடிங்க.
Congratulations ரேவதி நாகராஜன் and the cute little doll. உங்க 2 பேருக்காக எங்களோட டைட்டில் ஸ்பான்சர் விவேக்ஸ் இந்தியால இருந்து ஒரு கூல் கேஜெட் and CSK merchandise கூடிய சீக்கிரம் நாங்க கொரியர் பண்ணுவோம். Please DM all your details to us. That being said, please don't forget to subscribe to Switch to Sports. Please like, share and comment and do not forget to bell that button. இதே மாதிரி இன்னொரு சூப்பரான எபிசோட் of Switch to CSK ல நான் உங்களை சந்திக்க வரேன். Until then, this is me, Samina, signing off.